back. We are keeping our eyes on that jobs report that came out today, defying expectations. 303,000 jobs added to the labor market. What does that mean? Let's bring in my guest tonight. Vance Ginn, an economist and former White House Associate Budget Director, up late with me tonight here on the Final Five. Happy Friday. Good to see you, Vance.
Hey, it's good to be with you today.
All right, so 303,000 defies expectations, 100,000 more than projected. Clearly, if you are in charge, if you're at the White House, you're trumpeting these numbers. But as an economist, as you look at this, what should we be paying attention to?
Well, I think you're right. If I was still at the White House like I was a few years ago, I would be trumpeting these. But you've also got to look underneath the hood. I mean, there's a lot of good top line numbers. 303,000. The unemployment rate went down to 3.8%. Average weekly earnings were up 4.1% year over year. That all sounds good, Jim. But then you look underneath the hood and you start to see some problems, that there are some weaknesses out there. The household employment number was up 500,000, but 600,000 increase in part-time employment. That means 100,000 fewer full-time employed people that are out there. And out of the 303,000 jobs that were added, 71,000 of those were government jobs, unproductive government jobs. That's also not a good sign. And when you adjust average weekly earnings since January 2021, when Biden took office, we're still down about 4% over that time. So there's still a lot of weaknesses, and it explains why there's struggling Americans all across the country.
We did see wages go, they're what, 4.1% year to year, but that is still one of the lower gains that we've seen in recent memory.
Well, that's right. And we want to see those gains, especially after people's wages haven't kept up with inflation over the last few years, but they've got to go up even faster. And that also could contribute to higher inflation moving forward. Another thing that I've been looking at, Jim, is what's happening with the Federal Reserve. They've been looking at wages. They've been looking at inflation. And my guess is, given these data that came out today from the jobs report, they're not going to be able to raise interest rates anytime soon. And that means inflationary pressures are still going to be with us for a while.
Yeah, that's the big thing there, because that was one thing that was said when the Fed started embarking on this crusade to raise those interest rates, is to cool off the labor market. I mean, I know we've discussed this. I haven't discussed this with you. We've discussed it with others. What's the correlation there? When the labor market starts to sag a little bit, why do we want to see the interest rates fluctuate?
Well, you know, there was this long-term theory called the Phillips curve, where there was a trade-off between inflation and the unemployment rate. Inflation goes up and unemployment rate goes down. As the unemployment rate goes down, that was kind of debunked a while ago, though, by Milton Friedman in the 1970s. They said, look, there's not a trade-off. What you really need to do is get control of the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, the money supply. Too much money chasing too few goods, that's inflation. And that's not what the Federal Reserve's been doing. You know, before the pandemic, their balance sheet was $4 trillion. It went up to $9 trillion. Now it's at $7.5 trillion. And for the audience, I mean, this is just bonkers, the types of numbers we're thinking about here. But there's still a lot of money that's flushing around throughout the economy. And until they bring their balance sheet down, we're going to have inflationary pressures no matter what the unemployment rate looks like. And one last point here on this is that the labor force isn't back up to where it needs to be either before the pandemic. So the unemployment rate is artificially low, even as people haven't been able to get back into a job or looking for employment.
And when you mentioned about the addition of those part-time jobs, and I know, as you mentioned, a lot of those are the government jobs out there, but I wonder, and this is just me speculating out loud, we've talked about how companies have had problems hiring. You know, is this a matter of just trying to get people in to do the bare minimum by saying, hey, we can give you these part-time opportunities, knowing that the companies aren't going to have to foot the bill for certain expenses, but you at least get some people doing some work for you?
I think there's some of that. I think that's a good point. Another thing that we've been seeing is that people are taking multiple jobs. So if they could take 2 or 3 part-time jobs, that may give them enough income for the full-time job. And that's unfortunate for a lot of people. It takes away time from their family and other things that they would like to be doing. So that is a tough situation. And one other thing that I would mention here is the non-farm is up 303,000. But if you look at household employment, yes, it's up 500,000 for last month, but it's still about flat over the last 6 months because there were job losses over the last 4 of the last 5 months. And so this is still a tough situation that we've got to watch moving forward. I still think we're moving into a recessionary sort of situation, given the slowdown in the economy and the slowdown in a lot of these jobs, and people can't afford it, and they're running off of debt. Credit card debt's $1 trillion now. We can't keep living off of debt and expect good returns in the economy.
Last things last, I would say last things last, but that's not a saying. As we move ahead here, and you mentioned about, again, the Fed looking at where to go from here with those interest rates. How do people at home, how are they going to fare? What's going to happen with their credit cards? What's going to happen with their with any interest they might be getting in from the bank? Are we going to see any changes there? Is it going to be more expensive to buy a car over the next couple of months?
Yeah, I don't see interest rates going down, at least for a few months. My guess is probably not until late summer is whenever they would start to lower their federal funds target interest rate from 5.25% down to maybe 5%. But it's still going to be higher interest rates than we've seen over the last few years. I don't expect for them to raise interest rates anytime soon, but I just don't see them going to cut the interest rate. And so if you're at home and you're thinking what's going to happen in the future, I think some more of the same. Higher inflation. When you go get food and get groceries, price is going to keep going up all around you. And then so try to save for a rainy day. Try to keep as liquid as you can, but at the same time, making sure that your family is doing the best that they can to let people prosper.
Excellent advice there, Vance Ginn. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you so much.
And the Final Five is back right after this.